Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. For those of you that are new, my name is Maya. Thank you so much for watching. Today I'm going to show you all a classic Halloween look. We're going to do Freddy Krueger, Nightmare on Elm Street vibes, and it looks a lot harder than it is, but it's super easy, super simple. So I'm going to show you all how to do that. But of course, before we get into all of that, make sure you click the like and subscribe buttons right down below, as well as click that notification bell, because for those that have been here before, y'all know I am terrible with posting. I'm trying to get better. So you want to make sure you have your notification bell on so you don't miss when I actually do post. So now that we got that out of the way, let's go ahead and get started with the look. So I'm starting out with my brows already filled in and concealed, and I'm going to go in with my ColourPop Pretty Fresh foundation. And I like this foundation because it has a nice coverage, but it's still very lightweight, which I like for this look because you don't want a foundation too thick, because we're going to be adding a lot of detail all over our face with eyeshadow and eyeshadow base and things like that, so you don't want it to be too cakey. And I like to use just a little bit of the Morphe Continuous Mist Setting Spray just to thin out the foundation and to set it a little bit before I start buffing it out. And mind you, I only use about a pump and a half of that foundation, and as you can see, it has really nice coverage, but it doesn't feel heavy on the skin at all, which is bomb. For concealer, I'm going to be using the Fenty Beauty concealers in the colors 330 and 385. I'm going to do 330 first, and then I'm going to add 385 right underneath it because I just like how it blends, and I like how it looks a lot better than just using one color concealer. Then to blend, I like going on the outer edge first with this Real Technique setting brush, and then I go over the inner corners with a beauty blender or Real Technique sponge, whatever you choose. Then I'm just going to lightly contour my nose using Femme and Surge in the Dragon Beauty Face Palette. You don't really need to do this. I just did it anyway because, like I said, we're going to have a lot going on our face. So you don't need to do this step, but I'm doing it anyway. Then I'm going to use just a little bit of the Laura Mercier Medium Deep Setting Powder all over my face, because you want to make sure your base is set, just because of all the eyeshadow work we're going to be doing all over your face, and you don't want those colors to blend together because that's going to look a hot mess. So make sure you set your face, but not too much, because again, you don't want to look cakey. So now that your base is all done, you're going to use any white eyeliner pencil. I'm using the ColourPop Cream Gel Liner in the color Exit to just draw little shapes all over your face. Now, mind you, Freddy's face has like all these little burn mark scar and it's all toe up. So just kind of mimic that. You can look at pictures and just draw little different shapes. It don't matter what they look like. Just make them irregular and don't make them all the same or too circular. You know what I mean? Alright, boom. So now that you got your shapes, you're going to fill them in one by one with some eyeshadow base. I'm using the P. Louise base in the color Rumor 3. And I'm just going to fill in that entire shape to give us a base for our colors that we're about to add. Once your base is blended and still a little tacky, you're just going to pack on any red eyeshadow color. I'm using the color Inferno in the Be Perfect and Stacey Marie collab Carnival XL Pro palette. And you're just going to, like I said, pack it in, and I like to have it more in depth at the top and then a little more blended and soft towards the bottom of each scar. Then, using any soft pencil brush, I'm using a Morphe M431 brush. You're going to pack on some black, and again, just like the red, you want it darker at the top and more blended towards the bottom. And then you're just going to keep repeating those steps all over the rest of your face and filling in each one of those little shapes. Like I said, this is so easy. It's so simple. And it honestly doesn't even take that long. You don't need a million one products. It's so easy. So just fill all of those in. And child, ignore my little compact. She's been through it, but she worked just fine. Okay, period. Then to give each of those scars just a little bit more detail, I go in with this little e.l.f. eyeliner brush and I just draw little lines in there and then go back over it with more red eyeshadow just to make it look more like the tore up skin or muscle or whatever it is going on in his face, and just give it more texture and make it look more realistic. Okay, now that you got your shapes, you can leave it here, but I'm going to move on to the eyes. I'm using the P. Louise base in Bada Black, and I'm going to prime my eyelids. Then I'm just going to pack on the color Hall from the Carnival XL Pro palette, as well as the color Skin from the Beats by Deb Beatdown palette, right on top of that black. Once I blend that brown up into my crease, I'm going to go back in with the shade Inferno and blend that into the edges and then go over all of that with a clean brush just to soften everything out. Now I'm just going to follow the exact same steps I did on my lids. I'm starting with a Bada Black base on my lower lash line. Then I'm going to pack those two brown shades, Hall and Skin, right on top of it and then blend it all out with Inferno. Alright, and then for lips, I'm going to line with the ColourPop Lippy Pencil in the color BFF4. Now, this pencil was a collab with Makeup Shayla, so I don't know if they still have this color, but any dark, warm tone brown will work. Then to clean up the edges of that liner, I just like to take my concealer brush that I use for my brows off camera and just clean up the edges. And don't add any more concealer, just use what's left on the brush. And for the lips, of course, I have to use my favorite Trixie Cosmetics. This is the collab with Katya, and this is the color Red Scare. Now, this shade is also out of stock, but I know it's restocking early 2021. So make sure you look for that. But any red lip will go great with this. Then once I apply my lipstick, I like to just go back over with a little more of that lip liner just to blend it all together. Then just to blend it a little further, I like to take any dense little blending brush and just go over and blend the liner and the lipstick together. Alright, now that I'm done, I'm just going to add some lashes and change it to my costume and we'll have the finished look. Okay, this is the finished look. Like I said, super easy, super simple. I went in and added a little bit more texture to my face just to give it that more burnt up look that his skin has, using just eyeshadow as well as a Morphe M443 brush. This costume is honestly super cheap and is really easy to do last minute. I got this hand, which is of course necessity for this look, on Amazon, as well as the sweater on Amazon, both of them on Prime. And I got this hat from Target. It's so easy, doesn't take a lot of products. It's really, really simple. So if you want to see more from me, of course, make sure you click the like and subscribe button down below. Say hey to Miss Girl, Miss Winter in the background. But yeah, follow me on Instagram as well as TikTok. All of them are at Maya Taught You, where you can see more Halloween looks that I've done this year. And yeah, let me know what other looks you want to see from me. You can slide in my DMs. You could comment down below, whatever you want to do. And thank you all so much for watching. Bye y'all.